Shake It. It's Mike. It's the Blitz. We're coming week 8, coming to you from the MFR, the Mike Fest room. Hope everyone had a nice weekend last weekend and a nice weekend going in so far, and hope you're having a nice weekend this coming up weekend. Big games, everything's going on. Let's recap what happened though in week 7. I had 213 views on YouTube. That's a new record for me. I really appreciate it. Thanks everybody. Keep watching and keep sharing, and we'll see how far we can go. Last week's week 7 pick results are I won 11-7. Not good, not good. Lost a couple close ones, I thought. And so for the year, I'm 67-23. Still not bad. Want to improve this week, obviously. There were 7 top 25 teams that lost last week. So let's take a look. Then number 5, Stanford, my national champion in half of the national championship game, actually lost to Utah. Then number 7, Georgia, lost to then number 25, Missouri. Then number 12, Oklahoma, lost to Texas in the Red River rivalry. I'll try to say that fast again. I think Max Brown seats his hot seat went from hot to warm on that one, by the way. So getting back to it, then number 16, Washington, lost to number 2, Oregon. Then number 17, the Turds from Hogtown, lost to then number 10, LSU. I think Muschamps. He's not on the hot seat, but I bet it's a little warm. Number 18, Michigan lost to Penn State, and then number 19, Northwestern lost to Wisconsin, which called it. Other notable wins and losses: Michigan State beat Indiana, and USF beat UConn 2 weeks in a row. They have a 2-game winning streak. Way to go, Willie Taggart. Get bowl eligible. Game of the week for me though was we watched the end of the Michigan Penn State game. First big win under Coach Bill O'Brien for the program since the old Sandusky scandal. Way to go, Penn State. I'd like to give a shout out to Army's running back Terry Baguette. Dude had 18 carries for 304 yards and 4 touchdowns in a win versus Eastern Michigan. That's just balling, people. Another shout out to Heisman Trophy winner Texas A&M quarterback Johnny Football, went 31 for 39 for 343 yards and 19 carries for 124 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. That's why he's the Heisman Trophy winner, people. I want to give a sad shout out to the Turds from Hogtown's running back Matt Jones. He's out for the season with a knee injury. Mr. Jones, I hope you feel better. I hope you get better, and I hope you get back on the field soon. Surprising news today, or this week we heard, there's going to be a battle at Bristol. On September 10th, 2016, Tennessee takes on Vatech at Bristol, the NASCAR stadium, in the bowl. They expect 160,000 people, maybe. You rednecks are probably pissed because football's coming to your town, to your bowl, to your racetrack. I wonder if they're going to let you smuggle in a cooler or bring in a cooler of beer like they do for the race. That could turn into a big-time shit show. Last but not least, not really a shout-out, but Eastlake didn't play this week. They had a bye, but they're trying to go 7-0 this week against Clearwater Countryside on Friday night. Go give them hell, Trisket. I want to give a shout at, or WTF, at myself for last week. I did not proof my work, and there was no intro music for you guys. The Let's Go hit by Big Gigantic. Sorry about that. It was technical difficulties, let's just call it that. But I didn't proof it. I'll proof it this week before I send it out. Also, big one today, I got driving in the car, a guy flicks his cigarette butt out the window, comes in, the cherry hits my windshield, explodes on it, so I'm just pissed. It's early in the morning. People, stop using Mother Nature as your cigarette butt trash. You know, if you're going to smoke, take responsibility for it and put it in a cup. Dispose of it properly, basically is what I'm telling you. Fucking douchebags. Anyway, so let's move on to week 8. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to college football. We have college football, we have NFL, we have Major League Baseball playoffs, and we have a UFC fight this weekend. The AP polls, but we'll recap that first. AP polls. Number 1, Bama. Number 2, Oregon. Number 3, Clemson. Number 4, the Ohio State. Number 5, moving up 1, Florida State. Number 6, moving up 4, LSU. Number 7, moving up 2, Texas A&M. Number 8, Louisville. Number 9, up 2, UCLA. And rounding out the top 10, moving up 3, DU. Other notables, Virginia Tech up 4 to 19, and the Turds from Hogtown lost again, dropped 5 spots to 22nd. So let's move on to Thursday games. Now number 10, DU at North Carolina, 7:30 on ESPN. Major League Baseball, American League Championship Series, Boston at Detroit, 8 p.m. on Fox. And, of course, the NFL, Seattle at Arizona, 8:30 on the NFL Network. Friday, no date on Friday. Good college football game on Friday. UCF at number 8 Louisville, 8 p.m. on ESPN. Should be an okay game. And Major League Baseball National League Championship Series, I believe the Dodgers at St. Louis, 8:30 on TBS. I think St. Louis can close them out that night. So let's move on to Saturday. Game day, 9 a.m. coming from Clemson. I think they say it's the first time since the beginning of game day that they've been at the same school twice in one season. Big game. That tells you what's going on. By the way, 2 TV alert all day. So let's move on to nooner games. Purdue at Michigan State on the Big Ten Network. Number 11, the Gamecocks takes on Tennessee on ESPN. Number 15, Georgia at Vanderbilt on CBS. Number 16, Texas Tech at West Virginia on Fox Sports 1. And number 22, the Turds from Hogtown take on the undefeated number 14 ranked Missouri. Moving on to the happy hour games. Iowa at number 4, the Ohio State, 3:30 on ABC or ESPN2, depending on your region. Number 24, all it burns when I pee. At number 7, Texas A&M, 3:30 on CBS. Sorry, I got an itch. Number 9, UCLA at number 13, Stanford, 3:30 on ABC, ESPN2, depending on your region. Pretty good game, probably. Indiana at Michigan at 3:30 on the Big Ten Network. Let's go to the prime time games. Arkansas at number 1, Alabama, at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Number 6, LSU at Ole Miss, also at 7 o'clock on ESPN2, though. And then the big game, ABC, 8 o'clock. Number 5, Florida State takes on number 3, Clemson. All the talking heads are talking about it this week. Winston versus Boyd. Can Winston, the redshirt freshman, live up to the hype? The Boyd, the veteran. Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the supporting cast that steps up? We'll find out. Also, 9 o'clock, UFC 166. Cain Velasquez versus Junior Dos Santos in the rubber match. I'm not going to be watching that, I'll tell you that right now. But it is 2 TV alerts, so have them on. So, let's go to my picks. DU over North Carolina. Seattle over Arizona. Michigan State over Purdue. The Gamecocks over Tennessee. Georgia beats Vandy. Texas Tech over West Virginia. Missouri over the Turds. The Ohio State over Iowa. Texas A&M over All Burns When I Pee. Stanford over UCLA. Upset alert. Michigan over Indiana. Bama over Arkansas. LSU over Ole Miss. Florida State over Clemson. Upset alert. And Velasquez over Dos Santos. Last week, my movie quote was, "Some people play hard to get, I play hard to want." That's from The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Andrew Dice Clay. Amy Pastrana comes out again. I think it's her 3rd time. I think I got to give her something for that being 3rd time. This week, I think it's a pretty easy one. Do you do drugs, Danny? Let me repeat that. Say it one more time for you. Do you do drugs, Danny? What movie? So, hope everyone has a nice weekend. Drink responsible. Turn on, tune in, and drop out. Now enjoy some more names live from the Brandy House in Atlanta. Peace. Me and Bullet standing there with a silver half a crown. Hands full of fishing rods and a tackle on our backs. We just stood there getting wet with our backs against the fence.